Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today on Lumion tutorials, we want to learn how to navigate through objects in Lumion. So from my previous video, I said I was going to explain each of the categories here, and we're going to focus mainly on materials and objects. Yes, materials and objects. So for today, I want to show you how to navigate and use some of the object tools here. So if you look at this model I've imported to my Lumion scene, you can check my previous video on Lumion on how to import Lumion models, or you import models to Lumion. Alright, so let's go straight to this. You can add your materials. So if you look at this model, I've not added any material, but today I want to teach on how to add models or how to navigate with models to your material. First of all, what I would say before you start, basically you can categorize your models, your files, your models. You can have it in layers. Like I said in my previous video, so that your file will not be too large and it will not slow down your model, your file while you are working. And it also reduces the speed, the load on the processor. So let's go straight to it. Now, from here, like I said, you can create layers. So what I'll start with, just click on this model. Click on this number 2. I can name this landscape element, or name it landscape. Okay, or you can name it whatever name you want to name it. I can name this next one trees, cars. So on my under landscape, I will have anything that has to do with flowers and trees, shrubs. So under cars, anything that has to do with cars, movement. The next one, I can name it people. Okay. So the next one, you click on it. I can name this external object. Just name it outside. You can call it outside objects. Okay. So you can add more layers as much as you want. Add this. I can name this lights. So as much as you can have up to 20, as much as you want to. So but my imported models, I can leave this one as imported models, layer 1 as the main model I'm importing. So now this is our object menu bar. So under our object menu bar, that is where you can import objects here. Either you import external object you have as collada files, or you use the different categories of objects that are here. You have nature, indoor, transport, people, animals, outdoor, effects, and lights and special objects. So now there are so many ways you can use these tools, these objects. Yeah, there's move, size or scale, change level, change height, and rotate. So I'm going to show you how to navigate through that. So for this, let's start with landscape. Yeah, for second layer. You can off all these other layers while you're working. I'll show you how to do that. So let's go to landscape. On landscape now, I'll go to nature. So let's say I want to add trees around the perimeter or the boundary of the building. So I'll go to select object. Yeah, go to select object. With these, you can select just one particular object. I have favorite. What you do, as you can see, I've saved some out of all these categories that I like to use. So how do you do that? When you have an object, you can just star it and select it. So you have small leaves, conifers, palm. You can select from whatever category you want to select for, and you can star it and keep it as your favorite. So I'll go to my favorite and select some trees. So selecting this, I can drop this tree here. Right, good. You can go back, select another one. Let me select this palm. You can come and select this palm, drop it here. Okay. All right. So basically, this is how you select materials singularly. So I will go straight to it. There's a way you can select materials, select components, I mean multiple components, and add them, not just dropping them, but add them like a path, create a path for them to follow. So I'll delete that. This is delete. So you can select this and trash it out. Alright. So let's go back to move. So under your place object, you have mass placement. Mass placement allows you to select multiple objects and place them on a particular path. So when I select mass placement, it will ask me for the direction. So click on one direction. You can see what you just need to do is to select another point. Now for you to get, as you can see, it's not just one point you can have. You can have multiple points. For you to do that, select control, press control and take it to whatever direction. You can see how you can add more parts. You can make it as whatever you want to do, however you want it. You can even come here, come to between these points, press control, you can add another point for you on the line for you. So you can drag this out, and even the corner smoothness of that each part, you can smoothen each curve. Just take your cursor to that point and smoothen the curve whatever way you want it to be. Alright, so another advantage of this is that you can select as multiple objects as you want. Okay, I'm having some errors because of the size of that tree. What I need to do just to readjust this or change the smoothness. Yeah, I have to reduce the smoothness. Okay, let's take that back. You can adjust it to whatever you want. Alright. Okay, so as you can see, I have multiple objects selected. I can select more. Alright, select this. Now here you can control the number of items you want. Maximum is 100, minimum of 2. So, and you can select the direction, whatever direction you want them to face. This direction is uniform, but you can also make a random direction. Each object is moving at different directions. Then you can random direction. Then you can also random spacing along line. You can check that out if you don't want it to all of them to be on the same line. When you are this works better when you are doing mass placing of cars on a highway. If you don't want them to be on the same line, or random offset from origin. So they will not be on the same origin of the line. So this is how you select for multiple objects. Right. When you're done, just click OK. Alright. So let's go back to single selection. You can select just one. Okay. Select just one. Come here. Alright. Alright, so that's how you select multiple objects and select single object. This works for both cars and every other thing. Like I said, for cars, if you want to create a mass placement, so let's go to that. I'll create a mass placement of cars. Let's select the car first. So we have different categories of transports, right? Yeah, transport, water, air, and all that. So let's select like this car. Okay, start the mass placement. Let's say for the cars that are moving towards the direction. Alright, we change the direction, number of cars. Let's take that to. You can also drag the point where you want it to start and where you want it to end. Alright, just leave that at 3 for now. Alright, so I can select another car. Alright, okay, and click OK. Same thing with this direction. I move from this direction to this direction. can delete one of the cars and select another type of car. Okay, so random spacing along line and random offset, as you can see. So this works for highway when you want to create a highway massing of cars. All right. So this basically works for both interior. You have interior objects where you have every category. Just check them out. There are so many components you can use for your interior decoration, and you can also import from 3D warehouse, SketchUp, 3D warehouse for SketchUp. You can convert them or download them as collada files. All right. So basically, this is how you create and add objects. There are so many objects. There's light and special objects. I'll do a more detailed tutorial on light and effects, sound, and all that. So let's go to people. Oh, remember, sorry about that, I made a mistake. We created a layer for cars, right? So we're supposed to click on cars before drawing cars. Why is this important? If I hide this if I click on it and hide it now, you can see my cars are going also with it. So in my next tutorial, I'll show you how you can move objects from one category to another. So for people, let's go to people category. All right. So select whatever you want to select. Okay. Let's do this. All right. All right. I'll teach more on the other parts of objects in my next tutorial. Please watch out for the next part 2 of this particular tutorial. I'll teach you on how to navigate with the tools and the shortcuts you can use to navigate for your objects. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe to my page.